Some stories in Hollywood never seem to fade, no matter how much time passes, and here we are once again. Hailey Bieber has finally broken her silence about the constant comparisons between her and Selena Gomez. This time, she didn't hold back. She said, "I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by." That one line was enough to set the internet ablaze. It's been years since the chaos of the Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and Hailey Bieber love triangle. Yet people can't seem to move on. Every few months, their names somehow find their way back into trending topics as if it's still 2013. Now, Hailey has opened up about how exhausting it's been to constantly be compared to Selena, someone she insists she has no problem with. From fan theories to endless TikTok edits, the internet has turned comparing them into a full-time hobby. People analyze their looks, outfits, interviews, and even the smallest gestures. It's gotten to the point where fans study how they talk, smile, or breathe just to prove there's still a rivalry. And even though both women have clearly moved on with their lives, the comparisons refuse to die. Selena Gomez is now married to music producer Benny Blanco. After years of heartbreak and complicated relationships, she finally seems genuinely happy. They reportedly had a quiet, romantic wedding in Santa Barbara, surrounded by close friends and family. But the moment photos surfaced, people began claiming she was copying Hailey and Justin's 2018 wedding. It's as if Selena can't make a single life decision without the internet linking it back to her ex and his wife. Meanwhile, Hailey has been focused on her own path, managing her skincare brand, Rhode, spending time with family, and raising her son, Jack Blue, with Justin. She's come a long way from the drama of her early 20s, focusing on peace, business, and motherhood. Still, no matter how much she grows, people keep pulling her back into Selena's shadow. Both women have made it clear they hold no hatred toward each other. Remember that viral photo of them posing together at the Academy Museum Gala? That moment was sold, but refused to accept it. Fans said the photo looked staged and came up with even more theories. Now, both of their beauty and Rhode are thriving and sold in major stores like Sephora. Instead of celebrating their individual success, fans constantly compare which brand is better, whose packaging looks nicer, or who's earning more. It's like people can't allow two successful women to coexist peacefully. Hailey recently spoke about this in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, admitting that she's tired of being compared to others, especially when she never asked for that kind of attention. "I didn't ask for that," she said, simple words, but deeply telling. It's honestly sad when you think about it. While people keep pushing this rivalry narrative, both women seem to want nothing but peace. They've moved on, they're doing well, and they've both said multiple times that there's no bad blood between them. But let's be real, peace doesn't make headlines. Drama does. Hailey explained how exhausting it is to be constantly misunderstood. "It's always annoying being pitted against other people," she said. "When people want to see you a certain way and have made up a story in their minds, it's not up to you to change that." You can hear the frustration behind those words. Imagine waking up every day to new rumors about your marriage, your business, or a supposed feud with someone you've already said you respect. At some point, it stops being gossip and starts feeling like harassment. Hailey sounds completely done with it all. She's no longer trying to change public opinion or explain herself. She's choosing to focus on her peace, her family, and her career. She also said something powerful. "I think there's space for everybody." It's a simple but meaningful statement. There's enough success to go around, and women shouldn't have to be pitted against each other just to keep audiences entertained. Then came the quote that set social media on fire. "I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by." Within hours, the line went viral. Some praised her confidence, others accused her of subtly shading Selena. Comment sections exploded with debates, reactions, and memes. Fans started picking sides again, arguing whether Hailey was just being honest or throwing shade. But if you listen carefully, it sounds more like she's setting a boundary. She's saying she's not interested in competing where she doesn't feel motivated or inspired, not necessarily targeting anyone. Maybe it was simply her way of saying she's tired of comparisons and focused on her own journey. Still, the internet doesn't like calm explanations. It thrives on drama. So, of course, her words became another trending topic, and the cycle began again. Both Hailey and Selena appeared to be thriving in their own worlds. Selena continuing to grow her music and acting career, and Hailey expanding her business and family life. Yet no matter what they do, some fans can't stop bringing the past back. It's like people refuse to accept that the love triangle is over and everyone has moved on. Honestly, it seems like Hailey has matured into someone who values peace over gossip. You can tell she's learned that silence and composure speak louder than online chaos. Through it all, she's had strong support by her side, especially from her husband, Justin Bieber. Hailey talked about how much Justin supports her in every part of her life, particularly with her skincare line, Rhode. Laughing, she admitted, "I test everything on my husband. I test them on my friends. I'm product obsessed." Just imagine Justin Bieber, the global superstar, sitting in their kitchen with a face full of moisturizer, while Hailey asks, Does this one feel too sticky or just right? It's a sweet, down-to-earth image to people supporting each other in everyday moments. Then something surprising happened. Even Selena Gomez, who many thought would always stay distant from Hailey, made a gesture that shocked everyone. When Rhode announced its launch in Sephora stores earlier this year, Selena actually liked the post. That single action sent the internet into a frenzy. After years of fans trying to pit them against each other, Selena's simple like felt like a peace offering, and she didn't stop there. Not long after, she shared a heartfelt message on her Instagram story that read, "You matter. Your voice matters. Your heart matters. You are worth so much more than you know." She added, "You know who you are, and I'm cheering you on." Fans immediately assumed she was referring to Hailey. Whether or not that's true, it was a kind, graceful gesture showing how much Selena has grown. It was calm, mature, and full of empathy, something rare on the internet these days. That moment sent a clear message. These women are done being portrayed as enemies. Maybe they've both realized there's no point in holding on to drama tied to a love story that ended long ago. Selena is married now, Hailey is a mom, and Justin is focused on his family. Everyone has moved into new chapters, yet the internet keeps turning back to old pages. For anyone who hasn't followed this saga, and it's been going on for over a decade, it's worth rewinding to how it all began. Back in the early 2010s, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were Hollywood's favorite young couple. Talented, famous, and deeply in love, they became pop culture icons. Fans called them Jelena, and every photo, performance, and red carpet appearance became part of their story. But behind the fairy tale, their relationship was anything but perfect. They broke up and reconciled so many times that fans began tracking timelines of their relationship. Every breakup brought emotional lyrics, cryptic posts, and media-fueled heartbreak. During one of their breaks, a new name started to appear: Hailey Baldwin. At the time, Hailey was known as a model, and the daughter of actor Stephen Baldwin. She'd been a Justin Bieber fan since her teens and often crossed paths with him through mutual friends like Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Over time, the two grew closer, and before long, their friendship turned into something more. At first, people assumed it was just casual, but when they went public, everything exploded online. Fans of Jelena couldn't handle it. They felt like Hailey had replaced Selena. Even though relationships naturally end and people move on, the internet refused to accept it. Old tweets from Hailey's teenage years resurfaced, where she had mentioned Justin and Selena, and fans labeled her obsessed. Then came the real shock. Justin proposed to Hailey in 2018, just months after his final breakup with Selena. The timing made people furious. Many accused Hailey of stealing him or Justin of rebounding too fast. When the couple married later that year, the internet cemented them as rivals. From that point on, everything Hailey did was compared to Selena. If she wore a certain outfit, she was accused of copying Selena. If she released a lip gloss, people commented, "Selena did it first." Even her tone of voice or facial expressions became topics of TikTok conspiracy theories. It spiraled out of control. Selena faced the same thing. Anytime she posted about rare beauty, fans claimed she was throwing shade at Hailey. The online wars were constant and draining. No matter how many times both women said there was no feud, people refused to believe it. That's why Hailey's recent comments feel different. When she said she doesn't compete with people who don't inspire her, it didn't sound petty, it sounded like peace. Like someone who's finally stopped trying to please everyone. She's accepted that people will think what they want, and that's okay. And seeing Selena respond with kindness instead of fueling the fire shows that both women have grown past the drama. It's almost poetic how things have come full circle. What began as a messy love triangle has evolved into two women choosing peace and maturity. Neither needs to prove who's better or who won. They've both found happiness in their own lives and stopped letting the internet define their stories. Maybe that's the real victory. Here, not fame, not the beauty brands, and not the comparisons. The true win is deciding to stop playing a game that was never worth the energy in the first place. Both Selena and Hailey have realized that their happiness doesn't need public validation, and honestly, that's the most powerful ending this story could ever have.